folks, but we are back here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. I'm Daryl Barnes, joined here by Lucian Nolan, right, Lucian?
Yeah.
And so, game just started off. We're running a little bit behind, but here we are, the South Elgin Storm against the Barrington Broncos, who just got a steal, going up for that layup, and the foul. That'll be Evan No Baptiste. Score is 3-0 in favor of the Broncos right now. The Broncos hit a three. Daniel Hong led off the game. First possession of the game, got that three. Now let's see if Baptiste, it's a hard name to pronounce right there, Nolan, but he got the first free throw. And it looks like they gave it to the wrong team right there. So the score really 4-0, even though the scoreboard here in-house says 3-1. Looks like they're changing that right now. And Candace Wiley with the rebound and throws it off the back right there of his own teammate, Brian Vesta. And now Barrington here, 2 inbound. And it's in to the big man, and ooh, they're gonna call it travel, it looks like. So the ball's going back to the Storm. Once again, I am Daryl Barnes here with Lucian Nolan. Lucian, how's it going so far?
Good. It's going good so far. Isn't it great to be able to announce for the team that you once played for?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I am a sophomore in college, about to be a junior actually, and Candace Wiley called for a double dribble right there. But yeah, so I went to South Elgin High School, played for the South Elgin Storm under Coach Brett Johnson, who's still leading the staff right now. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see a lot of these players who are seniors on the team now. Candace, Brian Vesta, who has the ball now, and then Jaden Ashby. These were all guys that I played with. So it's really fun to be out here, watch and see how they grew. And it's just really interesting to see what kind of players they are now that they're in that leadership role, that upperclassman role that when they were underclassmen on the team when I was in that role.
And try not to be that relative who's like, oh my gosh, the last time I saw you, you were this tall.
Nah, yeah, but it's just cool to be out here and just be back at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. I mean, I've been here broadcasting the game for the Beacon Academy. I was a member of the academy. And yeah, so it's just awesome to come back and be a part of this.
And it's great that they have former Beacon students like you who get an opportunity to do this again with sometimes some of the same people who you did it with when you were in the academy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got the people in the truck. Xander just left. He directed the last game, so I heard. But Xander, he was here when I was here. You were a freshman when I was a senior. So, I mean, it's like a homecoming, you know? I just came back from college for winter break, and now I get to come back, be around everybody here at the Beacon Academy. That first free throw is good.
Once a Beacon student, always a Beacon student.
Exactly. Once a Beacon student, always a Beacon student. But I mean, it's good to be back here. We're still getting the score bug settled and up there for you folks, but those 2 free throws are good by Nate Bolt there. And so far, Barrington up 6-2. South Elgin trying to make a statement. You know, they're on a 4-game winning streak. I talked to Coach Brett Johnson before the game, and he said that they have a chance against Barrington. They got to come out and they got to play hard, though, Lucian. Big three here. Deep three by Swick. No good. Bolt with the rebound. Going to pass it up now. Hong over to Will. Will, no good on that three.
And the thing is, though, that South Elgin both South Elgin and Barrington have been winning most of the games, but Barrington, it's by a wider margin. I think South Elgin, they've lost 4 games and won 5, whereas Barrington has lost only 1 and won 6 so far. So
interesting.
Yeah.
And Ken is there with the layup, and ooh, a big block by the big man. Passes it up to Josh, and Josh is going to do Euro step. No foul there, so it's going to go the other way. And Will Grudzinski. It's a tough name to pronounce, but he's a big-time player. The 6'6", big man. Also, a Wash U commit. D1, Washington University commit for men's basketball. And that time Nate Bolt gets the finish on the inside. So, yeah, I've been told that he's a player to look out for, a player that the Storm are going to try and key in on defense against. But but it's going to be, Storm have some players too. That time they're going to get an offensive foul. That one on Josh Gentz. Let's see if that's his first or second team foul. Looks like they got it as his second personal foul already here in the first quarter, so that'll be something to look out for. Foul trouble, always something that, you know, every team wants to avoid. You want to keep your starters in for as long as possible, but some foul trouble. South Elgin's kind of been plagued by that, and some of these players have been throughout their whole career, like Candace Wiley over for the Storm. But so we got Ashby bringing it up the court, kicks it out to Gentz in the corner, and that one a little too strong.
It's
right,
an air ball.
Yeah, so Hong now bringing it back up for the Broncos, and Ashby a little too ambitious coming from behind right there. Came in with a little bit of energy, hit Hong on the back, and they're going to get him for a foul right there. And it looks like we got our first substitution of the game. We got Elias Cole-Williams coming in right there. Solution, you've been here all tournament long.
Yeah.
What have you seen since you've been out here?
As far as what?
As far as what's been the atmosphere here at the tournament?
Well, it depends on the game, but a lot of times it's very energetic, especially, yeah, it's been very energetic. Obviously, depending on the game. I know some teams don't create as much energy as others, but so far, overall, it's been very exciting here.
Okay, favorite part so far? We're a couple days down. What's been your favorite part?
Again, like as far as the games or the broadcasting?
Everything. The broadcast, the games, it can be anything.
Well,
Mr. Erickson talked about his favorite part is the Diet Pepsi that they keep bringing him in.
In the hospitality room.
Yeah.
It's the room that keeps us alive. But so far, my favorite part has been announcing here. I mean, I keep telling my teachers that that's, as far as broadcasts go, that's my #1 preferred job is to be the color announcer. And it's something that during the Thanksgiving tournament, during the first day, I thought I would never do. But then I swooped in, and it's now my favorite thing ever.
Okay, well, it's good to have you up here in the booth with me, be alongside you. Is that one from Cole Williams is no good. And yeah, so we're going to have a fun one, hopefully. You know, we started off a little late, but we're going to make up for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As they say, the show must go on.
The show must go on. Cole Williams now bringing this one up, and Elias with a little shot fake off the dribble. It's blocked by Bolt, and now pushing it up. Grudzinski on the floor. Candace Wiley, and comes up with it. Brian Vesta. Now Swick bringing it up the court, and ooh!
Was Wiley trying to dance in that?
I don't know, but Swick with the contact and with the bucket. Not going to give him for the and one, but ooh, that was a nice play right there. Bolt here trying to size up Wiley. Coach Brett Johnson, frustrated, telling Candace he's got to put his hands up when guys are posting him up. Wiley, like I talked about earlier, known for getting into foul trouble. This has plagued his whole career, a 4-year varsity player, but this has been the problem with throughout his career, just getting into foul trouble. Now he's sitting there on the end of his bench, kind of out of frame here if you're looking on our monitor, but yeah, so Wiley not happy with that. He's probably going to come out after that foul, but it's a timeout. I think it's time for a sponsor. Lucian, who are we hearing from this time?
This quarter is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for a brand new or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com.
Okay, and so we have 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this first quarter. Scores 11-6 in favor of the Broncos. Barrington leading South Elgin. Lucian, so far in this game, what have you seen?
I actually don't know. I mean, I don't know if I've said this in past broadcasts, so I don't really look at the players individually. I usually look at the teams as a whole. And so far, I honestly don't know. We'll have to wait and see as I analyze more on what each team does.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, though, it looks like South Elgin has 5 fouls to Barrington's 2. So the Storm, they're going to have to stay out of foul trouble if they want to stick in this game, keep their starters in the game, because that's something that can be a problem for South Elgin at times. You know, Wiley has already got one, and then you also have Gens, who has 2 early on in the first. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, it's Barrington's ball. They're going to take it out from underneath their basket. And we got a bunch of subs coming in for the Storm, including Mason Montgomery. So we were talking earlier about players off camera, before the broadcast. We were talking about some of the players that I played with.
Yeah.
Mason Montgomery wearing number 3, wearing his brother's number. His older brother Drake Montgomery went on, played college basketball. Right now he's in JUCO, and then one of the best scorers in South Elgin basketball history.
Yeah, and I remember you said that out of all the people on the South Elgin team, you have either played with them, your senior year, you've either played with them or their older brother.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys, I mean, that's the awesome thing about high school sports is you know kind of their family, you know their story. And Swick with a big 3, and that one off the front iron. But yeah, so a lot of these guys I've either played with them, played with, or know their older siblings. I mean, you look down low, number 35 for the Storm. That's Mikey Hankins. I mean, I didn't play with him or his older brother, but I know his older brother, Tyler Hankins, who 6'7", big guy. I played with his other older brother, Alex Hankins, and Alex Hankins, I believe that was his name. I played with one of his 2 brothers, but both his brothers played basketball. Marzullo there, I know his older sister, Rocco Marzullo now with the ball. But yeah, so it's kind of cool coming back, seeing all these guys that were the younger siblings, and Rocco with the scoop right there gives Storm 8 points in the quarter, and yeah, so it's kind of cool just being back and seeing everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of all grown up, just like you. You were a freshman when I was a senior.
Yeah.
40 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. 13-8. Barrington Broncos leading the South Elgin Storm. The Broncos in their black away uniforms. The Storm, the home team here at this tournament, in their white and red.
Now it's not so much as confusing anymore because they're not wearing red.
Yeah, so both teams were wearing their red warm-ups. You didn't get to see that, but they were both wearing their red shooting shirts, so it made it a little confusing. Who's on what team? We don't know, but now obviously we know, and that was a big block there by Grunzinski. And then Bolt again. He's got 8 points in the quarter. He's got as many as the whole South Elgin team. 1 second left. Montgomery puts it up from half court, off the backcourt. Ooh, that was close. That one would have got the crowd running, but that's the score for the first half. 15-8 wraps up the first quarter. Not the first half, just the first quarter. We still got more action to come. And Lucian, what do we got at the end of this first quarter? It looks like we're going to send it to break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back right after this.
Stay with us. This second quarter is brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of the community since 1967. Stop by one of their 30 area McDonald's restaurants today.
Come on, Lucian. You got to give it a little more energy. Stop by one of their 30 area restaurants today.
Do you want me to redo it?
No, it's okay, but come on.
30 area McDonald's restaurants.
Yeah, give it a little energy.
Better?
Have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, the Bear family, they're good to us. We got to be good to them, you know?
Bear Family McDonald's.
All right, we're back here for the second quarter of action. Looks like we're going to get a stop because the scoreboard isn't quite ready. Look at our scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard in-house. Neither of them were ready, but we got 8 minutes back on the clock here for the second quarter of action at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. I'm Daryl Barnes alongside Lucian Nolan, and we got a good game on our hands. I mean, a 7-point lead for the Barrington Broncos up against the South Elgin Storm in the first quarter, but, you know, anything can happen. Still a lot of basketball to be played, right?
Yeah.
The Storm trying to get some action going. Cole Williams dribbles off his foot, but they're going to say that one was a foul. A foul there on, it looks like, Ryan Schumacher.
You know, something that I've noticed that I think South Elgin should work on is trying less dribbling and more passing, so that they have more chances to score, or different chances to score.
I mean, yeah, ball movement is a big thing, and that time with a good entry pass down low to Vesta, that one no good, but now it's back out, swinging it around. Let's see, getting a little more ball movement on this possession, like you were just talking about. Now we got a ball screen, pull-up jumper for Cole Williams. That one no good. It's going to go the other way. Nate Bolt, that's a name we've been hearing a lot of so far. He's got 8 points so far in the game. Now another rebound. Sizing up, Hankins down there. Hong taking it in, couple dribbles, picks it up, out to Bolt again. Bolt now looking for what looks like Barrington's running a little bit of a flex action. So look for those flex screens coming down to get someone open, going down low, and Bolt says, I'm gonna just take it myself. I got 8 points in the first quarter. Let's make it 10 points on the game so far here. And you hear the Barrington bench clapping a little bit. It's kind of a quiet arena in here, kind of a quiet crowd so far. Not much going on.
Like I said, it depends on the game. Some games have a bunch of energy and excitement. Others are not so much. Not to say that they're boring, but just that they don't have the same level of excitement as some others may have.
Yeah, I mean, and some of that comes from who's in attendance, you know? Some of the later games, you get some student sections coming on into the games.
Yeah. Did you see what happened last night?
So I saw there was a Santa Claus. Tell me the story about it. What happened?
Okay, I don't know exactly. I think they're from Jacobs High School. But it was just a student section of a bunch of students dressed up as different Christmas things. And there was this girl that was dressed up as Santa Claus. And she was going around, like, having people take pictures of her. But then she went up to Jeff and Jim, Jeff Myers and Jim Hinkle, who were announcing at the time. And they had a lot of fun there. And so that was great. And you can still go back to it, go back to the live stream and see it for yourself.
Yep. Do you remember what game that was for the people at home?
I'll have to look back on that. I know Jacobs was playing. I don't remember exactly what the other team was.
Okay, so Jacobs' game last night. You can go back, check out our Santa Claus featuring Santa Claus, Beacon Academy X Santa Claus, right here at Jacobs. Jacobs High School, the Hinkle Holiday Classic. It's always a good time here. Hopefully, we can bring back some energy. You know, we see the Jacobs team coming up the stands right now, getting ready to watch their game as they get ready to play later on today. But back to this game at hand, right?
Yeah.
Big cut, Will Grodzinski, and he misses that layup. And now the Storm in transition, bringing it up. Swick kicks it back out to Cole Williams. He's looking for a cutter. Vesta. That one, no good. He felt the pressure coming up behind him. Will Grodzinski was coming up behind him, slapped the glass, and that one no good. Let's see what Barrington can do now. They're up 9 here in the second quarter. Kick out. Good hands there by Rocco Marzullo. Kind of disrupts the play, gives the Storm a chance to set back up.
Sometimes you end up throwing farther than you meant to.
That time someone got a hand on it. Tipped it up and then sent it out of bounds though. So you talk about, you like the team play. You like looking at what the team's trends are going on. Yeah. What are you seeing so far from Barrington versus South Elgin?
Well, like I said, like you see now, they're doing more passing than dribbling. It's not at an extreme level, but once you see it, you probably won't be able to unsee it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as you could tell, South Elgin's doing a little bit more dribbling instead of a lot more passing like Barrington is.
Yeah, and then we don't have official stats, but I mean, looking at that, when you take a lot of dribbles, when you start dribbling a lot, sometimes you can force yourself into some bad situations like they almost did there. Almost had a turnover, but now Storm taking it out of bounds, inbounding it to Vesta. Let's see if they get a screen down to Drew on that pin down, and then Swick taking it to the hoop. Right inside hand finish, no good there. That time, that's when you want to see him extend, use his left hand to go and finish that one easily. He tried using his inside hand, and then the defender, that's where the defender is. So he's right there, able to contest the shot, make you feel a little more comfortable, make it a more difficult shot. Vesta with a big three. Now, I'll tell you,
Flash by
I played with Brian. I played with Brian. They used to call him Brain, okay?
Brain?
That's something that Brain did not have in his game a few years ago when I played with him my senior year, okay? That's something he's really added to his game, and I saw him at the Hinkle tournament. He was shooting it better, and now, I saw him at the Ron Johnson Classic, the Thanksgiving tournament at St. Charles, and now here at the Hinkle, he's shooting a lot better. That time, Baptiste. I want to say John Baptiste because that's a famous European history guy, but no, he's a famous artist. No, this is No Baptiste. I apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. These are kind of some difficult names. So
sometimes when you have to keep up with the names on air, it can get hard trying to pronounce them.
Yeah, so Jeff Myers, who will be calling some of the games later tonight, I believe he taught me a little bit of a trick. So when you're calling these games, you can kind of listen for when the in-stadium announcers kind of go and say the names, and that way you can try and pick up on the correct pronunciations when we got some difficult names. But we got another timeout, and that means another chance to hear from one of our sponsors. Lucian Nolan, who do we have?
This game is sponsored by Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com or call the number on screen.
Okay, Tom the Plumber. Now, by the end of this game, Lucian, I'm going to get you to read these with a little more enthusiasm. I know you have it. I've been talking to you this whole time.
Yeah.
But you gotta give it a little more, you know?
Maybe I should do it like the way that NPR does it. Maybe, no, they're not as enthusiastic.
Nah. You got to bring some energy, get some excitement going. And we got some of the South Elgin sophomore players over there in the stands, the sophomore or the freshman, the underclassmen, we'll call them. But you know, we got to bring some energy to the broadcast. Got to bring some energy to the sponsors.
You're doing a good job of it.
So. Lucian, we're thankful to have them.
I know.
So we got to bring it. You know, you just got to put a little bit of oomph into it. A little bit of oomph, okay?
Yeah.
You got it. But we are here with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first half of this third game of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. The Barrington Broncos are up by 10 against the South Elgin Storm. Storm with the ball, though, 21-11. Let's see what happens on this inbounds. And that was kind of a farther pass than Gens was expecting there, but he was able to go, get it back, no harm done. Takes it inside. Ashby now. Ashby sizing up Hong, trying to see what he can do. And it looks like a turnover there. The Storm with a lot of dribbling. Like you were saying, Ashby with a good strip right there, but No Baptiste gets it back, and Will Grunzinski. Bucket on the inside.
I think that ball just rolled around the rim in.
Oh yeah, it hit every part of the iron right there. Every single part. Every single part before going in. But that's what you like to see as a player. As long as it goes in, it doesn't matter, right? And that time we're going to get a foul there on number 3, Borden Net there for Barrington.
But there is a specific play that I like the name of, and it's called a splash, and it's when it goes straight in there without touching the rim at all. Or the backboard.
Nothing but net, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a couple of splashes here to end out the first half.
But like you said, it doesn't matter as long as it goes in.
Yep, it doesn't matter as long as it goes in. Still gets 2 points either way. Some ways just look prettier than others. But Gens taking it to the hoop, the little floater off the glass. That one good. Now the Storm only down by 10 again, 13-23. Sorry, I should correct myself. 23-13. Jeff Myers always gets on us about that. You know, Jeff always says you have to say the leading team first. So that one's for you, Jeff. 23-13, Barrington Broncos in the lead, and a big steal here by Brian. Brain, as I was calling him earlier, and then that one, the finish, no good. And then a little bit of pressure there again. Nate Bolt, he's got 10 points on the night. And now Hong slowing things down, being a floor general, saying let's get things organized, let's get into our action. Down low to Bolt. He tries a little bounce pass. That one deflected, no good, no good. And it looks like we're gonna get 2 free throws right there. Let's see who they call the foul on. It's Jaden Ashby. That's probably a sigh of relief right there for Candace Wiley. Already has 1 foul, and he has a bit of times where refs kind of point him out, you know. Refs
Call him
love
out.
to call him out. I mean, he's a big guy. He's listed at, what, 6'5", and sometimes he can get into a little bit of foul trouble, but that time, Jaden Ashby, they got the little guy. They got the little guy that time. Weren't singling out all the big guys. But that free throw is good right there for number 12, Tyler Groom.
It was a splash.
And another one. Splash,
Splash.
splash. But we usually reserve those for jump shots, not free throws, okay? So on threes, that's when you want to see the splash. Gentz inside, left-hand finish, no good, but they're going to get the contact. Send him to the line for 2. This foul will be on number 21, Ryan Schumacher. His 2nd foul on the night.
The current score is South Elgin 13, Barrington 25 with exactly 2 minutes left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. However, that is now 14 to 25 in favor of Barrington.
So I know the scorebook has South Elgin on the left, Barrington on the right, but you got to remember what Jeff Myers taught us. So you got to go higher score first, lower score second. So try it again.
25 to 14.
Nope, try it one more time because he just made one more. Gentz with that free throw.
25 to 15.
Okay. Gentz now with 3 points on the night. Gentz with 4 points on the night, I should say. Made both of those free throws. And now Barrington back into their action. The Wash U commit up top. No Baptiste. Hands it off to Hong. Got a little bit of a weave going on up top. And Hong, the good 2-dribble jumper. No. Passes it out to Baptiste. No Baptiste with that jumper. That one's a 3. That one could almost say splash. Not quite, though. Hit a little bit of the rim.
See, we're at an angle, so to me it actually looked like a splash.
Okay, call it a splash. Call it a splash.
No, if
Every
it's
time
not
you
a
see it-
splash, then it's not a splash.
Every time you see it, you got to call it out and give it some energy. You got to call it out fun, you know? This one, splash. Oh, no,
No,
that one off the
wasn't
back iron, though. I called
not
it a
a
little too early.
splash.
I called it a little too early that time, guys.
splash.
I'm sorry, but but you know, when you see it, bring it. You know, we're talking about it. This game, we're going to get Lucian to bring some energy up here in the booth, okay?
Yeah.
By the end of the game, he's going to be talking excited. He's going to be excited. I know he's excited now, but he's talking a little bit calm, you know, being a little chill, the cool guy out here. But, you know, sometimes you can't just be the cool guy.
I know,
all right?
I know.
You gotta
I know.
you gotta let the people know how fun it is up here, because it's a blast up here in the booth. Elias Cole
And
Williams.
a splash by Williams.
Yep, that time splash on the free throw. But like I said, a lot of people, you know, a lot of the ball players, I was one myself, you know, free throws you don't really call splash.
Really?
No, it's more so for the jump shots, especially the threes. That's why they're called the Splash Bros. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson in the NBA, you know. The Splash Bros went out there shooting it from far away, and then it goes right in, nothing but net. And Swick with a big and one down low. That one is going to get the South Elgin bench going a little bit. Storm down by 8 now with 1:04 left to go. Down by 10, actually, with 1:04 left to go in this first half of action. This is the 3rd game of the day. We got 8 of them today, so might as well stick around while you're here. Grab some popcorn and just sit down and enjoy some good Illinois basketball, right? Swick converts on the 3-point play. 3 points the hard way. You know, he's known as a shooter, but that time he got a little dirty, did some work down low, and getting 3 points the hard way. That time they're going to get Swick for the foul before the inbound. You're going to say he was down there holding Donovan Nichols. Swick, that's his first foul of the half. And then Nichols going to have a chance to put himself in the scorebook for the first time tonight. 1-1 here for Barrington. That means he makes this first one, they get another one. And that one, a quick jump ball there by number 32 and number 32. Kenneth Wiley, Will Grodzinski, and it's gonna go in favor of Barrington. And Swick telling his team to talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, communicate on defense. Now we got No Baptiste out there. Jab step on Gentz. We got Bolt down low. Passes it back out, Nichols. We got Grodzinski. And that one
was a
what do you call
splash.
it? Splash indeed. That one puts them up by 12. 40 seconds left here for the Storm. And we're gonna get another hand check. That one, No Baptiste. This one's gonna send Swick to the line for a 1-1. That last shot was Grodzinski's second three-pointer on the night. He now has 8 points on the day. Looks like we got a substitution going in. No Baptiste coming out in favor for Ryan Schumacher. 38 seconds left here in the first half of the third game of the Hinkle Holiday Classic here. How many days have we been here, would you say?
Well, not consecutively, but 2.
Okay, so this is the second day?
No,
It
this
has
is
to
the
be
third day.
Because this is their third game. Both teams here 2-0 in pool play.
This is
And
the
Swick
third.
hits that bucket, hits that free throw, I should say.
I was gonna say this is the third day of the tournament.
Okay, so third day of the tournament, and ooh, that one's gonna be a foul there for Wiley. That'll be his second this half. Like I said, a player to watch out for. Watch that foul tally for Wiley. He had a problem his freshman year, his sophomore year, getting a lot of fouls. I mean, he's a big guy. Sometimes Mr. Erickson, his prediction is that, you know, refs just see this big guy and they kind of attract their eyes to him. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Barrington up 32-21 against the South Elgin Storm. Both teams in the bonus, so any fouls, we're going to the free throw line, and it'll be shooting 2 the rest of the way, the rest of this half. And Grodzinski, both of those are good. Mark him for 10 points in the half. Swick now sizing up the defender. He's going to pull it out. Are they going to hold for the last shot? What do you think, Lucian?
I don't know.
It looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. Swick trying to dribble it out, but you got to be careful for that 5-second count. The ref's hand starts counting. That could be a turnover right there.
I mean, if they're losing, then they probably shouldn't hold. They got to get whatever they can.
And then that one is no good. 33-21. Going into halftime. Lucian, you like to talk about the team stuff. What are the teams doing? What's going on? Talk to me. What did you see in this first half?
Well, in the first half, obviously, mostly what I've been looking at are whether or not they're dribbling more or passing more, like I said earlier in this game. Because if they're dribbling more, then if they're passing more, then they have more chances for somebody to throw into the basket, to take their shot. However, if they're dribbling more, they don't really have that much of an opportunity. They only have, like, let's say 1 or 2 people who have a chance to shoot, and so that limits the opportunity for.
Yeah, so ball movement, that's been the big thing. The big difference throughout this game. Barrington really moving the ball, using their flex action a lot, getting the ball down low.
Yeah.
Nate Bolt, he's got 10 points in the first half, and then so does Will Grodzinski. But the score, 33-21. Barrington Broncos leading the South Elgin Storm. It's halftime right now, so we're going to take a quick break, but we will be back, so stay tuned for more.
Stay with us.
Hi, welcome to the Bear Family McDonald's. Thank you.
are back here at the end of halftime. This second half is brought to you by who, Lucian?
This second half is brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 30 area McDonald's restaurants today.
Okay, and we also got, sounds like the good people at Rosen.
This half is also sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for a brand new certified or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com.
Okay, Rosen. The score is 33-21. The Barrington Broncos lead the South Elgin Storm here in this second half. Getting things going up top, Brian Vesta with the ball. Now on the wing, swings it up to Drew Swick up top, and Swick from downtown. How about that one? A three-pointer to start off the second quarter.
I think that was a long three, as Jeff and Erickson would say.
Oh, and look at that, the charge by Vesta. That one, a big one to get some momentum going. You saw the whole Storm bench stand up, right?
Yeah.
So that's what a way to start the second half of action here for the Storm. Now down by what? Only 9, with a chance to cut down the lead even more. Vesta now, again, dribbling it inside, looking to kick it back out. Gentz down the lane, and that one's going to be a foul on Hong.
Almost hit a teacher there.
Almost hit a teacher. Okay, but I mean, South Elgin, we talked about energy a little bit before the end of the half. South Elgin coming out with some energy, it looks like,
Yeah.
right? You would say so?
Yeah, not as much as we had last night, but definitely a lot more than some other games I've seen.
Okay. Well, hopefully the game gets exciting, you know. They keep making it close. South Elgin keeps coming back. Maybe that sounds biased because I didn't go to South Elgin. You go to South Elgin. I went to South Elgin. But, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just rooting for a close game.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too.
I'm rooting for a close game, an exciting game. And it looks like South Elgin is pulling for one right now based on their energy. We have the bench standing up and cheering. Jake Chokio over there on the bench standing up, cheering for his guys. And then we got Bolt down low. He puts it up, no good. Rebounding. Ashby getting the ball from the big guy, but they're going to call a foul. The ref runs in from the sideline. He says, we're going to have a foul right there on the little guy. Yeah, so one of those things, I mean, as a big man that you're taught not to bring the ball back down. You know, Nate Bolt, how tall is he? He's 6'10", and then
Wow.
you look at Jaden Ashby. Ashby's probably about 5'7". So Ashby's more than a foot shorter than him, but he got a hand on that ball because Bolt brought it back down. Bolt misses that free throw there, but you know, this is just some of the things that you gotta think about when you're playing.
Yeah, definitely. There's always many different things, I guess.
Bolt with the second one. Did you play any sports growing up?
No,
Lucian?
my freshman year I did bowling for 2 months.
And what happened?
I just realized it wasn't for me, and I ended up like not liking it anymore.
Okay,
It
fair
was
enough.
good that I tried, but it just wasn't for me. And that was the only like team sport that I've ever done.
But you enjoy being a spectator more. That's what you learned, right?
Yeah, and an announcer.
Ashby for 3. Oh, that one no good. Rims out. And Will Grunzinski taking it coast to coast, and that one no good. It's Zwick with the rebound now. See if he's looking to pass it up. He might take it himself. Ashby now dribbling down the baseline. Zwick back out to Vesta now. Looking for Gentz. Hands it off. We got Hankins working on the inside, trying to get open. And now Zwick back up top. They're going to set some things back up. Zwick sizing up Bolt. Kicks it out to Gentz for the 3. That one no good off the front iron, and looks like we're going to have an over the back there on Michael Hankins. Michael Hankins, that'll be his first of the game, his first foul, the 6'6" big man. Grunzinski now, another 6'6" big man. Swings it over to Hong. Hong now dribbling it up. That wasn't Hong. This is Hong, though. That one from downtown. Nick Bordenette, who I accidentally called Hong, gets the assist right there. And now the Barrington bench stands up, clapping with some energy.
So that's one of the things that I just noticed there is that because Barrington is doing a lot of or passing, they had more of an opportunity to get a good shot.
And we got another timeout, which means time to hear from another sponsor.
This timeout is sponsored by your dad, Daryl Barnes Photography. For portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more, contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com or call the number on screen.
Okay. See, Lucian, we're getting there. We're getting there. You had a little more energy on that one.
A little more energy.
I felt it a little bit. You know, we're going to go throughout the game, and you're going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
You're already getting better. Seeing growth, we're going to keep getting better. You know, bring some more energy. Have some more fun with it, you know, because it's a fun time up here, right? We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I flew all the way down from Florida. Flew all the way back up from Florida for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we better be having fun. I'm just playing with you. But we are back. Storm down by 11, not 7. Ooh, make that 9, though, after that nice Euro step there by Josh Gentz. 37-28. Barrington Broncos lead the South Elgin Storm. It's the third game here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. We got 8 games in the lineup tonight. That layup there by Bolt is good. Broncos now up by 11. The Storm in the white and red, while the Broncos are in the black and red. So we got a little bit of contrast. And Bolt there comes up with the ball again. No Baptiste. Cross the half-court line against. Gonna stop the fast break with the foul right there. Okay, it's moving back and forth. We got some subs coming in. Starting to have a little bit of fun out there.
Yeah.
Moving a little bit more, right?
Very dynamic.
Dynamic. It's a good word. It's a good word. It's a good word. Got 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in this third quarter. And let's see what the Broncos will do. Hong now sizing up Zwick. Passes it out to Bordenette. And we got a double screen coming over for no Baptiste, and he curls around that. Gets the ball inside against Wiley, and Brian Vesta snags it, but then no Baptiste says, I want this back. I want it back. And now, Grodzinski on the wing. Brian Vesta swinging again. And, oh, they're going to call a, what are they calling? An offensive foul right there. Okay. Okay.
Ooh, he is in trouble.
A couple good defensive stands there for Brian Vesta. Brain, as I was calling him earlier, doing his thing on both ends of the court. Isn't in the scoring column today, other than that big three-pointer he hit in the first quarter, but you know, having a solid contribution on the defensive end. And back to Brain. That time he turns it over. Cole Williams trying to get it back. Zwick is able to get it back, passes it back up to Brian Vesta, and that one, no, they're going to set. Brett Johnson, Coach Brett Johnson for the Storm was arguing that it was tipped. Ref says no way. So Broncos now back with the ball, and the Storm up in a 3-2 press, 1-2-2 press, trying to apply a little pressure, catch the Broncos off guard, and they got to get across this line real quick.
Currently 39-28 in favor of the Barrington Broncos.
It's a great score update there, Lucian. And now they're kicking it back out. Broncos doing a good job with the ball movement, like you were saying. Pull-up jumper there by Hong. Good. That nice two-dribble pull-up. That's a good varsity move. Hitting it from mid-range, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the Storm going to a little bit of a handoff action. Rocco Marzullo from downtown. That one wasn't a splash.
It looked like a pinball, like
it swirled all the way around and went down. So, but as long as it goes in, right?
Yep, as long as it
goes in, then we're good. Wiley, looking at the ref, is a little upset again. That'll be his 4th foul of the night. Guys, I've been saying it. Watch out for Wiley and that foul count. You know, that's going to be his downfall of the game. And now he has 4 already early in the second half. 1 more and he's out of the game.
And
timeout.
And this timeout is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for a brand new or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com.
Okay, okay. I felt that one again. I felt it a little bit.
A little more
Felt it a little bit.
enthusiasm. this
Okay,
time.
okay.
Which is also a problem that we've had for the Beacon News broadcast with the anchors. We've had to try to get them to be more enthusiastic as well. And I remember one time I even showed the showed them an old episode of The Current that was made last year, and to try to show them like the enthusiasm that they should do, and that also applies here as well.
Okay, and we got Coach Hinkle in the house. He's walking up off the stands right now, the namesake of this tournament, the legendary Coach Hinkle, right?
He will be here later to announce some of the games.
Okay. No, I am not on next game. It'll be a couple other former Beacon alumni. We'll have the college guys, Patrick and
Logan.
Patrick Logan.
Harrion and Logan Franz.
Yeah, so they've been coming back for a while. I remember when I was in high school, they were in college. They were coming back calling some of these games, and now they're still coming back. And so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
totally.
We still got 5 more games coming up tonight, so be sure to stay tuned. This is just the third of 8. So here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic, it's always a good one, always a good time to be here. And Barrington hits that free throw. They are up 42-31 on the South Elgin Storm. 3:39 left here in the third quarter. I'm Daryl Barnes here with Lucian Nolan. And let's see what the second free throw looks like. It's up and it's good right there for Ryan Schumacher. He's got 4 points now on the night. And Rocco Marzullo bringing it inside, pull-up jumper. That one hits the front and the back of the rim, and now it's no good. Now Hong with a nice pass up the court, and then he ends up in the hands of the Storm. Another good entry pass up there. Swick with the layup, the inside hand layup on the left side. That one's good.
Barrington had a good catch, but they couldn't keep it.
Yeah, and it's about the catch. It's also about the pass. You know,
Yeah.
throw a better pass, you're able to catch it a little.
You might be able
easier.
to catch it, but are you able to keep it is another question.
Yeah, so that time we're going to get another foul here on the Storm. The Storm now with 5 fouls in the quarter, just a couple more, and then the Broncos will be heading to the line for the rest of the half, I believe. That last foul there was on Vesta. That's his first of the game, and we got another one, another hand check. Actually, they're going to call this one a charge. Ryan Schumacher with his 3rd foul of the game. Putting the ball back in the hands of the Storm. Lucian, how you doing over there?
Good. I'm doing good so far.
You see anything? I mean, give us your analysis on what you've seen so far.
In what aspect of this?
I mean, what are the Storm doing to try and get this comeback? It feels like they're bringing the energy and have a little bit of a comeback on, but the score isn't.
I think I've been, I don't know if it's just me, but I've been seeing the same stuff of just more dribbling and less passing because, I mean, that's all I've seen so far. I mean, that's just the thing that it's the only thing I've noticed. So,
okay, so, well, I mean, yeah, so the Storm definitely been doing more dribbling, Barrington more ball movement, and then, I mean, the Storm trying to make a comeback here in this second half. The Storm are on a 4-game win streak, actually, throughout their season. They've won their first 2 here in the tournament. They beat Prairie Ridge, they beat Grays Lake Central, but guess what? So did Barrington. So both teams 2-0 in pool play so far today, and the Storm trying to see if they can make it 3-0, but Barrington says that they want it. They're saying that they really want it right now.
Yeah, it's a tale of champions against champions.
Yeah, and the Storm trying to make it to that championship bracket for the first time in a while, it feels like. Maybe the first time ever here at the Hinkle, but Barrington, they've been to the championship here in this tournament. Hong now with the ball. No Baptiste. Elias Cole tries to cut him off, get the jump ball, but that one ends up back in the hands of Bardenette now. Bordenette, I should say. No Baptiste. Down low. Good entry pass. He tries working on Vesta. Vesta saying he went straight up, but the ref says, nope, that's a foul. Got him up top. So Vesta now with his second foul of the quarter and the second foul of the game. He now has 2 fouls. We know that the other big man, Candace Wiley, has 4 fouls already in this third quarter. Early in the second half, he got those. So now we're gonna see if he can stay on the court. I mean,
Is it normal to have that many fouls?
So the way it works is you get 5 fouls. Once you get your 5th foul, you're kicked out of the game. Basically, it's kind of
out.
yeah. So Candace has 4. If he gets 1 more, he can't play for the rest of the game. And so, like I was talking about, that's been a problem for him his whole varsity career. And now, ooh, a good entry pass to Bordenette. A nice cut there and a nice finish. Bordenette, I couldn't quite catch how they set it on in here in the stadium, but either way, he's good for 2, and then Hankins gets his 2. 46-35, the Barrington Broncos up by 11, and that time, turning it over. No, Baptiste got a little excited, you think?
Yeah.
So the Storm down by 11, bringing it up the court. Elias Williams now with the ball. Passes off to Hankins. Cole Williams again. Hankins. Vesta with a nice screen by Hankins. 2 dribble pull up, no good. And that one's going back in favor of the Storm.
I noticed South Elgin is now doing a lot more passing than dribbling.
Yeah, so what I think is the difference is that South Elgin's using a lot of handoffs. So they're dribbling into their passes more so than just passing. And Swick thought he got hit a little bit on that one. Almost looked like some contact, but yeah, but the Storm definitely doing a little bit more ball movement, like you've been talking about all game, that got Barrington this lead, right?
Yeah.
And now Hong, floater, no good. Vesta now bringing it up the court. Brian, we call him Brain, a nice inside out, but loses the ball. He's gonna pass it back out to Swick.
Why do you call him Brain?
You know, you switch the A and the I, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
Brian turns into Brain.
I know, but is there any significance to calling him Brain?
You know, so for the folks that just tuned in, I did play on the South Elgin Storm team. I played alongside some of these players. Brian Vesta is one of the players I played with while I was at South Elgin, and yeah, so they called him Brain, and I actually don't know the backstory. What I know though is that Josh Gentz, number 5 on the Storm, as Swick hits this first free throw, is the one that came up with it. He's the one that came up with it, that started calling him that. So Josh Gentz, he's the one to ask about the origin story of why we call Brian Vesta Brain.
Okay.
So Swick hits the first, misses the second, and that's not good news for a team trying to come back. Free throws are a big, easy way to get back into a game, but Hong, easy layup right there. Too easy, I would say. 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Elias Cole Williams with the step back. That one's no good. Hong passes it back out. Takes it back out, I should say. Pulls it out. 30 seconds left in the quarter now. And then a little bit of a not sure what to do situation right there.
It's the shortest pass I've ever seen.
Called a handoff. They call it a handoff. When you dribble up to one player and then you kind of hand it, literally hand it, almost like a football to the other person, yeah. And now Baptiste going to the line. The Broncos in the bonus, shooting 1 and 1 the rest of the way. Baptiste here, he has 5 points on the night. Looking for 6 and 7 potentially. Nate Bolt has been the big scorer here for the Barrington Broncos. He's got 12 points on the night. He's got 13 points on the night, I should say. I got my score sheet wrong, Lucian.
Oh no. Oh no.
So yeah. So Baptiste, now he has 5 on the night, or 6 on the night. Gosh, numbers are so hard sometimes. So hard.
I mean, I suck at math, so I can't help you with this.
I was good at it. I almost got a perfect score on the maths part of the SAT, but apparently I cannot add today.
Oh my gosh, I have to take the SAT this year.
Just do some studying for it. practice. Khan Academy, great resource, helped me. Don't freak out, Lucian. We can't lose you before the end of the game. At least wait till the end of the game before you hyperventilate on me.
Before my mental breakdown.
Yeah. 15 seconds left. Now make it just about 10. Brain kicks it back out to Swick. Let's see what he can do. Sizing up the defender. He's going to look to pull up for a three. Hit somebody else inside. Hankins, turn around. Elias Cole, can he get it up? And he does! Look at that! Elias Cole Williams hits the three to end the quarter. The Storm, though, still down by 11. Barrington lead the Barrington Broncos. Ooh, it's tough to say. Barrington Broncos up 50 to 39 against the South Elgin Storm going into this fourth quarter. And it looks like at the end of the fourth quarter, we're going to send it to a commercial break.
Stay with us.
Okay, and we are back for the fourth quarter of action here in the third game of the Hinkle Holiday Classic today, our third of 8 games tonight. And before the start of the fourth quarter, I believe that we're going to talk about how this fourth quarter of action is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai. Lucian, you can go ahead and give the reader while they start
Fourth
playing.
quarter action is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. If you're looking for a brand new or certified pre-owned, it's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Go to rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com.
Okay. You made up for it at the end of the reader. At the beginning, you were a little stoic. You were a little monotone. But at the end, .com, that was pretty good. Pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting places. Lucian's getting a little more energy up here.
Yeah.
He's getting a little more expressive. But we still got 7.5 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter in this game. That one, Hong, gonna get called for a block right there, but it's been a fun game here. The Barrington Broncos up 50 to 39 against the South Elgin Storm. And let's see what the Storm can do. Can the Storm mount a comeback, or will the Broncos hold on to their lead? Let's find out. And Swick with the three. That one no good. He kind of hitched that one. And then hit the back of the iron. Elias Cole Williams just hit one at the end of the quarter. That one no good. Bolt now comes down with the rebound, and it looks like Vesta and Hong, they got tangled up right there. The Storm bench is clapping. They're energetic. Must mean that the ball is going to be going back to the Storm. Calling a foul on Hong.
The lead that Barrington has seems to be narrowing just a tiny bit, but then it goes back to, then it gets bigger, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a game of runs, and the refs are talking it over right now, trying to see what they're going to call. But yeah, that's been the thing. Every time it feels like South Elgin is getting the momentum, starting to mount a comeback, all of a sudden then Barrington hits a couple of shots, and then their lead is right back where it started. Because they were hovering around that 10, 11-point lead to end the first half, too. So, I mean, it's definitely been a closer second half, but is it too little too late when you're down by 10 at halftime and now you're just playing
11.
an even game?
But you never know what can happen. Never celebrate too early, and I think that's what the Broncos need to hear.
Oh, yeah. Head coach Brian Tucker definitely making sure his guys don't give up too early or anything. And it's good to see our teacher, Bozikis, Mr. Bozikis, Tom Bozikis, back here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. He had a knee injury earlier this year, walking the dog. Yeah, Blazikis is back, though.
He loves it when you call him Blazikis.
Nah.
Just saying that right now.
Mr. Bozikis, he's back. Good to see him back and starting to walk without a brace pretty soon. But anyways, back to the game. Baptiste now with the ball. Vesta applying pressure, playing up on guys. Vesta doing a good job on defense. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Drew the charge, but he's been having himself he's looked improved on defense versus the last time I saw him.
When was the last time you saw him?
Well, I guess the last time I saw him was at the Ron Johnson Classic at the Thanksgiving tournament at St. Charles East, which he looked good there. So I should say in years prior. And Baptiste that time gets all the way to the hoop, draws the foul. He'll be going to the line for two. It looks like Hankins that foul might be on. Let me see if I'm right. Took a guess. That one's going to be on Rocco Marzullo. So I was wrong, but it looks like we just got a shot at Josh Gentz coming in. Josh Gentz, of course, the person that we were talking about earlier, the one who came up with the nickname for Brian Vesta. Brain. And that first free throw by Baptiste is good. He now has 8 points on the night, I want to say. I have him unofficially for 8 points. The scoreboard doesn't have him up there yet, so unofficially 8 points. But we've talked about it a little bit. I've been struggling with my math today. I could be wrong, but
and I can't help you. I'm terrible at math, so.
And he misses the second, so we don't have to worry about it. Wiley with the rebound, and that ball will still be going in the Storm's direction. Barrington now with a press. Just man-to-man. Oh, it looks like they're going to send a double team. So that time what they were doing, they were trying to trap the point guard, Zwick, into just making a bad decision right there, just by applying a little bit of pressure. And that time, Brian, a little out of control. Like you said, dribbling a lot. Dribbling a lot forces you to make mistakes, right?
Yeah, overall, like I said, if you're just doing it, overall, I've noticed that South Elgin has been doing a lot more dribbling, while Barrington has been doing a lot more passing. And so a lot more passing gives the team the opportunity more opportunities to get a good shot.
Yeah, and just like you saw right there, Will Grodzinski with a good turnaround bucket after the interior pass. And what they call that after another turnover here by the Storm, which feels like just the balloon deflating. What they call that after you pass it, and someone makes a shot, that's called an assist. So when you pass directly to someone who then immediately shoots it, that's an assist. So the team with more assists is a team that is generally moving the ball more and more efficiently. So, I mean, yeah, that's good that you were noticing that. And it looks like we have another timeout. Let's see if we'll hear from another sponsor.
Daryl, this timeout is sponsored by your dad. This is Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family, and graduation sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com or call the number on the screen.
Okay, for all your photographic needs, call my pops.
We have a replay coming up.
Yeah, let's check out this replay of the South Elgin 3. Let's see which one this is. Is this the one from before the end of the quarter?
Brought to you by Rosen, of course.
And that one, just a good pull-up jumper there by Vesta. Give the Storm 41 points on the night. Vesta, he's got 5 points on the night.
Current score is 53-41 in favor of the Barrington Broncos. We're in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock.
Yup, and let's see who can pull out this game. Lucian, give me a prediction. What do you think is going to happen? Who's going to win this game?
I think Barrington's going to win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if South Elgin makes a comeback.
Okay.
I mean, they got to do more passing to give more players an opportunity to make a good shot, but I think that's what they would need in order to make a comeback.
So give me a prediction on how you said that you think that Barrington's going to win. The Storm are going to come back. How much do you think Barrington's going to win by then? What's going to be the spread?
I think it's going to be somewhere between like 10 and 13 points. Like
okay.
I don't think it would be any lower than 7, but I wouldn't. But I think it would be somewhere between 10 and 13.
And Coach Ryan Storm stood up, was upset after there was a no call after Josh Gentz tried following up, and Storm thought he got hit. Coach Storm, which is kind of funny because he coaches for the South Elgin Storm, you know.
Yeah, I remember Erickson pointed that out during the Thanksgiving tournament.
Yep, Coach Ryan Storm been with that varsity squad since what? Probably my junior year, I think. So he's been with them about what, 4 years now? Him and Coach Brett Johnson, and that three no good by Ashby. Ashby had an older brother who played for the South Elgin Storm a few years ago. When I was on the squad, his brother was
when I was your age.
his brother graduated in the class of 2020. Real shifty point guard, just really one of the shiftiest players I ever saw in person, and I saw him practice every day. He was part of that regional championship squad that, of course, included Mason Montgomery, his older brother, Drake Montgomery, and Vincent Mitskovich. Also, some guys on that team were Kendis Wiley, who's going to the free throw line now. Kendis Wiley, Drew Swick, they were two freshmen on that team. To give you a little bit of perspective of just how long these guys have been playing varsity basketball. But we got a timeout here, and it looks like another chance to hear from another one of our sponsors. Lucian, give it to me with energy, delivery.
This timeout is sponsored by Tom the Plumber, Inc., which is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com or call the number on screen.
Guys, did you hear that? I think we did it. I think we just got Lucian to read with enthusiasm. Did I hear my ears correctly? That sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounded pretty good. Lucian, if you can do that, that'll be good. Keep reading just like that. Keep talking like that. Bring that kind of energy to your analysis. We're sitting here talking about the game. Bring it the whole time. Got a great shot there of Coach Brian Tucker and his squad talking things through. But Lucian, I feel like a coach. I feel like a proud coach. I feel like we were able to do something. We made some strides.
Yeah.
We made some strides. Turn back the clock. Listen to the first time you read that Tom the Plumber sponsored. And now listen to that one. That one was pretty good. That one was really good. I'll give you an A. I'll give you an A+ for that one. Okay? But of course, we're having fun up here, but they're also having fun on the court.
Yeah.
The score is 55-41. The Barrington Broncos leading the South Elgin Storm with 3:51 left in this third game of 8 today at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Once again, I'm Daryl Barnes here with the newly enthused Lucian Nolan. We're having a good time up here, but hopefully you guys are having an even better time listening. Kendis Wiley hits that first free throw, gets that one to go. Wiley has 4 fouls, so he hasn't had as much of an impact on the game as I think he was hoping for. He has 4 points now on the day. I talked to him earlier, and he said his big focus was Will Grodzinski, number 32 on the Barrington Broncos. He's a D1 commit. He's going to Washington University, also known as WashU, to play basketball, and he said that
already on his way.
He was going to be a big focus for the Storm on defense. He has 12 points on the night, but he kind of really hasn't had a big impact here in this second half. He had 10 points in the first half, and he has just 2 here in the second half. Also, maybe he hasn't played all that much because Barrington Broncos have had such a big lead, but I think that the Storm have been doing a better job on defense against the big men like Bolt right here, who's shooting this free throw. He has 14 on the night, but he had 10 points in the first quarter.
The current score is Barrington 56, South Elgin 43 with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
So we're gonna work on that next. You know, you gotta be able to
Current
say that.
score is the current score is Barrington 57, South Elgin 43 with 3 minutes, less than 4 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
See, that was better. You had some energy there.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going. Keep giving more energy. You can't just say it 57-45. You just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
You gotta go for it. You gotta hit it. After this next score, you're gonna give them one more score update. Bolt now, down low. Wiley on the floor, dives for it, and that might be it. Kendis Wiley gets his 5th foul on the game, and coach is getting the sub ready. He already knows. Brian Vesta's coming in. Kendis Wiley fouls out with 4 points on the night. And that'll be it for the rest of the game. He's not too happy. His brother, Keith Wiley. Candace and Keith.
Wait, they're brothers?
They're twins. Candace
Wait.
and Keith Wiley, number 25, hasn't gotten in the game today. His brother gives him a high five at the end of the bench, though. They go sit together at the end of the bench.
I didn't know.
Talk about what happened. But Candace and Keith, yeah, they're twins.
Wait, identical or?
Fraternal.
Oh.
Fraternal. Keith is the shorter one. You know, Keith is listed at about 6'2". Candace 6'5". Candace has been 6'5" for a minute though, and Keith was shorter, and then he hit his growth spurt a little later on. But yeah, they are brothers. They are brothers. And Gens with a nice floater right there. And now Baptiste dribbling it in, kicks it back out. Now on the wing, the Broncos looking to move the ball. Storm getting a little physical on defense here, applying some pressure outside of the three-point line. Baptiste again, Cole Williams on him, tries to take a charge, maybe flops a little bit, and Baptiste with a nice up and under finish in the air. That one got the Barrington bench going a little bit. So, Lucian, we worked on this. Give us a score update one more time.
The current score is Barrington 61, South Elgin 47 with 2 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Still a little robotic. Yeah. We're still working on it. You just gotta give it good. Gotta give it good. Make it exciting. Make it fun. You know,
Yeah.
You've talked about other things with more enthusiasm. That time Ashby misses the free throw. So I know that you can do this.
Yes.
I know that you can do this. Just gotta work on it. Gotta focus on it. Don't be robotic. You don't have to say strictly this, the same words every time. You know, just be loose with it. Have fun with it, because it's all a game after all. You know, We're all just trying to have fun. But the Storm down 14, a little more desperation than fun, I think. You know, they're applying the pressure, trying to go and force some traps right now, force some turnovers, but it's not looking good. Barrington really just running out the clock on the Storm right now. And yeah, Hong dribbles through about 3 guys. Baptiste dishes it down to Bolt, and Bolt make that 19 points on the night.
Daryl, do you think South Elgin still has a chance?
You know, they're down 16, 2 minutes to go. It's not that big of a chance. It would take a big-time collapse by this Barrington Broncos team in order for the Storm to really get back and make things interesting even, not just win the game, to make things interesting. So I'm going to say anything that they do, it's probably going to be too little too late. What do you think? Because right now, we're almost in that prediction range where you estimated that they'd lose by.
I said more like 10 to 13. And
so they're only 2 points away.
Yeah.
They're only 2 points away. The Storm down by 4. They're only 1 point away, really. And yeah, so this one, it's getting away from the Storm. This one's getting a bit away. The Broncos going to inbound the ball from the baseline out to Baptiste, and then they're going to get Elias Cole there for the foul. It's double bonus, 10 fouls for each squad, so they'll be going to the free throw line, shooting to Baptiste. He's got 10 points on the night. He's really snuck up there in the scores. A lot of free throws. 6 of his 10 points have come from the free throw line. Let's see if he can make it a couple more. And the first one, it's up and no good. So, you think he's making this one?
Yes.
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 How much money do you want to put on it?
None.
Okay,
Zero.
because betting is bad. That's what we learned here today, folks. Baptiste makes the second one. He's got 11 points on the night. The Storm.
But I
down,
was right.
down by 15 with a minute 40 left to go. Swig tries to go up and under, but Bolt just too big. 6'10", that's just big.
But they're still playing like it's a close game.
They're playing hard. They're trying to, and the Storm are really moving around, probably with more intensity on defense than they had throughout the rest of the game, quite honestly. But again, you know, you got 90 seconds left. How much damage can you do? How much can you crack into this lead, this 15-point deficit that you have? Bolden net. That one's no good. Bordenet Bordenette, it might be Bordenay. I think I might have heard that from the announcer's table over there, but free throw no good. He's got one more coming this way. He's got 2 points on the night. Can he make a three? Yes. That actually gives him 4 points on the night. Correction. I was a little wrong on my score chart, but here comes Swick off the handoff. Quick trigger, three. That one's good. That one's a
Splash.
come on. We worked on this, Lucian.
Splash.
Okay. I can live with that.
That was a splash.
Just whatever has energy. Whatever has
Yeah.
energy, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. But we got one last time out here. Let's
got
get a replay of that, right?
We got a replay coming up.
These replays,
Brought
as
to
you
you.
see, brought to you by Rosen. Check it out. The handoff like we talked about.
The splash.
Like we talked about. Okay. Okay. So we got about 60, 70. Woo. Math.
Math.
1 minute plus 17 seconds. That's 77 seconds left in this game. The Barrington Broncos up by 13 against the South Elgin Storm. Score 65-52. South Elgin probably not going to come out with this one if I had to guess. But, you know, we were talking about it earlier. Lucian predicted that the Storm would lose this game.
Within like 10 to 13, but I don't think it would be less than 7, but I'm thinking that it would be around 10 to 13 based
Okay.
on what they've been doing, based on what it's been like for most of the game. It's been, like I said, within 10 to 13.
Okay, so 10 to 13 points. Barrington holding on to a 13-point lead right now. Let's see what will happen next. Will the Storm crack down the lead even more, or will Barrington extend it and exceed Lucian's expectations? I don't know why I want to keep calling you Nolan. Oh my gosh, Lucian, we've been up here all game and I just keep getting it wrong.
I once had a lunch supervisor in kindergarten that would always call me Nolan.
You know, it's the two first name things, right? Because there's people named Nolan.
Without a D. Without a D.
Okay.
Because mine is with a D at the end. Nolan.
Okay. Nolan. Okay. I apologize. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it.
You better work on that.
We're always
Once you
we're always working on
once you just say Lucian, that'll be like, I'm so proud of you.
You know, we're working on it. I'm trying to help you get more enthusiasm calling these games, right? Enthusiasm, just get it going, and then you're trying to help me say your name right. I'd say that yours is probably more important to help me, but either way, the Storm now down by 15 with just a minute and 10 seconds left to go. Brian lifts up with the three, Swick with a rebound over the top, turnaround jumper no good, and then Will Grodzinski is able to swing around, pivot around, and that time they're going to call Jaden Ashby for the foul. The little guy trying to get active with the big men, trying to get the ball back for the Storm. He's fighting. He's out there fighting, trying to get the Storm a chance to cut into this lead, but down by 15. 62 seconds left. Not looking good. Will Grunzinski, that one's up and good. He's got now 13 points on the night. Let's see if he can make it 14. And he does. And now, under a minute left for the Broncos. They just got to hold out. Jaden Ashby again with another foul. That's going to be it for him. He is now fouled out. That's number 5 on the night. He did not score tonight, but he had a couple of steals, so he tried, he played hard, and now we'll get Rocco Marzullo coming into the game to finish things out in these last 50 seconds here for the Storm. And now Hong will be going to the line. Now Hong going to the line for 2. He's got 12 points on the night. That's what the scoreboard says. He had a really quiet first half. He only had 3. And now he's had a good second half. Has 12 points on the night. Had 9 points in the second half. Baptiste got a standing went down the line of the standing bench of all his players, all his teammates, giving them a high five, celebrating a good game.